For part 2 of your third set of Illustrator tools is we're going to cover shape modes. So to access your shape modes, you need to go up to Window and then go down to Pathfinder. And it's going to open up this little panel here. And here are the shape modes here. So each of these are going to cover a shape mode. The first one we're going to cover is Add. And it basically is a way to add a bunch of shapes that you have selected and just make them into one shape. So we're going to turn this oval here into a flower. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to grab our rotate tool, because one nice thing about the rotate tool is you can actually establish where you want it to rotate from. We actually want it to rotate from the center. So with your rotate tool selected, I'm going to put this little crosshair mark in the center of the shape. And I'm going to hold down Alt on my keyboard, and you'll see my cursor changes to the little duplicate symbol. I'm going to click here, and I'm just going to rotate a little bit. You'll see it makes a copy, and it rotates from that center point. I have to keep establishing where my center point is. So I have to click here again, hold down Alt, turn it. Again, click in the center, Alt, and just keep turning. So click, Alt. All right, so at this point I have a bunch of these oval shapes. Now what your shape modes is going to do is I need to have all of these selected. So I'm just going to click and drag out this little selection box. And all of these are now selected. Make sure it's just these. And over here on shape modes, you're going to click this little Unite button. That's your Add. And now you'll see that all of these are combined into one shape now. So now it's just one continuous shape. All right, next we're going to do subtract. So for this one, with your selection tool selected, I want to duplicate this circle, so I'm going to hold down Alt, click and drag, and I'm just going to drag it because what I want to do is I actually want to make like a moon shape. And an easy way is to kind of duplicate the circle, kind of like how the moon creates a crescent because it's having a shadow cast from the earth and so on. So I need to get both of these selected. So I'm going to click and drag out the selection and then go over to shape modes, and I'm going to click, and it subtracts that top shape. And now I'm just left with a little crescent. Next we have intersect. So what I want to do here is make like a lemon shape. So again, I'm going to hold down Alt, click and drag. And what I'm looking for when I select both of these is I want only this little shape here. So I have like a little kind of lemon shape. And this intersect option allows it to do this, where it gets rid of the outside and it only keeps the area where the two shapes intersected, kind of like a Venn diagram. The area that is shared in between is kept. Finally, we have this exclude option, and it deletes the area of the shapes that intersect or overlap. Okay, so I need to grab my ellipse tool, and I'm going to go ahead and drag out a circle. I'm going to hold down Shift. So I click and drag out first and then hold down Shift. Let's go ahead and make this a different color. Okay, I'm going to click my selection tool, and I want to make sure this is kind of like in the center. I'm going to click and drag out so both of these are selected, and then go ahead and click on your exclude button. Now what you'll see it does is it kind of cut out that bone shape and excluded that part in the middle. So it's kind of like the opposite of the intersect option. So you'll see here like it's actually like a little hole cut out, like it's like a little stamp. Okay, so those are your shape modes. They're very helpful if you're trying to make like complex shapes. So make sure you go to File, Save, and we'll move along to the third part.